Let's list all of the real numbers. Let's make this even easier on ourselves. Instead of trying to list off all the real numbers, let's just list off the real numbers between 0 and 1. And what do I mean by that? I want a sequence so that every single real number between 0 and 1 appears somewhere in that sequence. Well, suppose that I did. Suppose that this is the list. This is the first number in my list, the second number in my list, and so on. I'm just imagining that I have a list of all the real numbers between 0 and 1. Using this sequence, I'll build a number x. So here's how I'll define this number x. I'm going to define this number x by telling you what the nth digit after the decimal point of this number is supposed to be. And I'm going to do that in terms of the sequence a sub n. So let's suppose d is the nth digit of a sub n. Then the nth digit of x is either 1 more or 1 less than d. I'll have it be 1 more than d if d is less than or equal to 7, and I'll have it be 1 less than d if d is 8 or 9. Well, let's see how this goes. So here is the sequence that I'm supposing is a sequence of all the real numbers. And let's start by trying to write down this number x. So x is 0. And I don't know what the first digit is after the decimal point. And to do that, I'll look at the first digit of the first number, and that's an 8. And if it's an 8, then my digit is going to be 1 less, which is 7. To get the next digit, I'll look at the second digit of the second number, and that's a 2. And 2 is less than or equal to 7, so I'll make that a 3. To get the next digit, I'm going to look at the third number in my list, and the third digit of the third number is 7. And that means my third digit of x is going to be an 8. And I can keep on playing this game, and if I keep on doing this, I'll eventually write down a number that starts off like this, 7, 3, 8, and so on. Supposedly, I listed off every single real number between 0 and 1 on that list. X is also a number between 0 and 1, so it must be one of the numbers on our list. Well, here's our list, and here's x. Is x the first number on our list? No, it's not our first number because the first digit after the decimal point of the first number is an 8. But the first digit after the decimal point of x is a 7. Right, I'm using this formula for determining the digits of x. So the first digit of the first number is an 8, and that means the digit for x is a 7. Well, maybe x is the second number on our list. It can't be that one because the second digit of the second number on our list is a 2, but using this formula for the digits of x, the second digit of x is a 3. And because x differs from a sub 2 in the second place after the decimal point, x can't be a sub 2. Maybe x is a sub 3. Well, the third digit after the decimal point for a sub 3 is a 7, and the third digit after the decimal point for x is an 8, right? X and a sub 3 differ in the third place after the decimal point. Maybe x is a sub 4. Well, x and a sub 4 differ in the fourth place after the decimal point, right? The fourth digit here is a 4, and the fourth digit of x is a 5. Maybe x is a sub 5. Well, x and a sub 5 differ in the fifth digit after the decimal point. The fifth digit after the decimal point is a 7, but the fifth digit of x is an 8. So x can't be a sub 5. Can it appear anywhere on our list? No, but why not? Well, the number x isn't a sub n. It isn't the nth number on our list because x differs from a sub n in the nth digit. Remember how we defined the number x? D was the nth digit of a sub n, and x was defined in such a way that the nth digit of x was definitely not d. And because the nth digit of x isn't the same as the nth digit of a sub n, x can't be a sub n. X can't be any of the a sub n's. So x cannot appear on the list. So what does this mean? It means there's no sequence which mentions all of the real numbers between 0 and 1. If there were such a sequence, I could use that sequence to build a number x, which would have to be on the list because it's a list of all real numbers between 0 and 1, and yet can't be on the list because it differs from the nth number in the nth digit. That means that it's impossible to list off all the numbers between 0 and 1. That means there's no sequence which mentions every number between 0 and 1. In a sense then, there's more real numbers than there are integers.